Have we met?
Hello. Welcome back to us, the boys. I'm John. That's Ryan. Kelso, off camera because of the hideous scarring.
I'm just trying to eat my cookout, dude.
Yeah.
Sponsor us.
Good news. We survived the Rapture, I guess. Or maybe that's bad news, actually. Come to think of it. Has anyone checked on other parts of the world? Maybe just America didn't get raptured because we kind of suck sometimes.
Yeah, that's totally possible.
It's been a fascinating couple weeks on TikTok. People have just been flying off the fucking handle with the rapture talk and whatnot, and I don't understand it because apparently it all stemmed from some guy having a dream somewhere, and it just took off like wildfire from there. But I'm glad to be here, I guess. It seems okay.
I'm gonna tell you how many times, like, over and over and over in history, where they like, this is it, this is it, this is it, and then it goes by and they're like,
I think
and then they move on to the next one.
This has something to do with gematria. Have you heard of that? The gematria.
That like has something to do with like numerology and shit, right? Like
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it, but I just know that they're connected some way or another.
Yeah, it's some wild shit.
Yeah,
I don't want to yuck anybody's yum, but it's
Yeah.
just it's out there, man.
Well, I mean, the numerology stuff, like I kind of look at that like I do like horoscope people. It's just like y'all are reaching. It seems like, which, like Kelso said, I don't want to yuck anybody's yum because what the fuck do I know? But I don't know. I don't know where to start with the whole. You're a ram under the steel sign and blah 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 blah. It's like I don't know what to do with that.
I'm a water sign.
I will say, like, I've seen horoscopes before that I guess, like, they're generally so broad that everybody can kind of find a piece of what they're looking for in them, and that's probably why they've persisted all these years, but...
Mm-hmm. It stays just broad enough that it can relate to you.
Yeah, yeah. But with the whole rapture side of things, I do wonder, like you were saying, we hear about this every few years, it seems like, and I do wonder, like, every time one of these theories comes up, you always hear people say, it's like, oh, nobody's going to know when it happens. The Bible says so, blah, blah, blah,
Thief
blah, blah.
in the night.
And it's like, is this just like our way of preventing the rapture from ever happening? Because, like, what if God did want the rapture to happen and we're just, like, calling it
We spoke it
every
in existence,
time?
and God's up there like,
You son of a bitch!
he got it. They got it. They called me. They got me.
Yeah. But that being said, like, I guess that opens up a perfect opportunity for the rapture to, like, actually happen, like, next week or something when everybody's like, well, we dodged another one.
Yeah. Why are they fixated on this one?
Yeah.
Atlas 31's on the way.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad that the rapture is at least waiting for that to pass by because I am interested to see if it is an alien ship or not. Which, I mean, I guess it's probably not, but a boy can hope, okay?
Yeah. And even if it was, I still really don't think that they or it or whatever it is coming to just take over. You know, they're probably just like interested in us.
Yeah, and I know we've speculated on this a little bit, but I think my favorite theory that I've heard so far is that it's a ship of alien refugees from a doomed galaxy somewhere, and they're coming to Earth because I guess we are the safest place in the universe now, and they're going to get here and be horrified by what they find, probably, as far as safety and security.
Did y'all hear about, or did you see, I saw a random TikTok of some dude in Panama that found an alien life form on a meteorite that fell from the sky.
What?
Dude, and his TikTok is like totally normal guy up until he finds this thing. He put it in a lockbox, like a safe, and it like reacts like when it looks kind of like a symbiote. It looks like fucking Venom.
Yeah, that's immediately what I was thinking about.
It looks like a symbiote, but when he opens the door of the safe, it like looks up and moves and shit.
That's
and he's been like interviewed and stuff, but it's not like breaking news or anything. Nobody's like big he's doing anything
there's so much
about it.
burnout with UFO stuff anymore. It's just like you're hearing about shit every week. I mean, especially if you're on Twitter, because Twitter, I think, is uber concentrated as far as ufology and all of this off the wall shit that people want to bring up. I mean, like, it's all varying amounts of credible, but like, I think in Peru is where they found like the mummies that were like alien mummies from like tens of thousands of years ago or something. And I mean, there's like another, I can't remember, we'll probably bring this up on a future episode, but there's some like orb thing. It's like this silver ball with these like inscriptions and shit all over it, and it supposedly got dated back like 12,000 years or something like that. And if that's all true, then that's just madness, because I mean, it's very intricate as far as the inscriptions on it and everything like that. So I mean, I don't know what to make of all that.
Well, you were talking about Atlas 31. What would be funny but not funny is they've traveled light years to get here, and then they finally get here and realize that, oh, they're supposed to be breathing, like they don't need oxygen to breathe. They need methane or something.
Yeah.
And they're like, damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
They're going to live inside of like I don't know, some kind of propane tank to stay alive.
A cow farm. I hear cow farms are really good for methane.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
Not to derail this, but just really quickly, has everybody heard that the number one cause of global warming
yep.
is methane gas coming out of livestock?
Yeah, I've heard that. But then there's like the whole theory. Well, maybe I could be wrong about this connection, but there's something to the effect of, I guess, methane. I almost don't want to say this because I don't know, and I'm going to sound stupid, but like methane becomes carbon or something like that, and then like the trees eat the carbon, and that's how trees grow. Mm-hmm. So it's, I don't know. That's the argument that I've heard people make, and don't hold me to that. I probably fucked that up, but
we'll edit it in post if you got it wrong.
yeah, cut that out after we do some post-show research.
I mean, I've also heard too that like volcanic eruptions are like decades of carbon emissions that we let out. I mean, just that one event.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm not downplaying anything. I mean, I'm a strong proponent of keeping our Earth healthy. So don't construe that. What I'm saying is, oh, Conrad's against global warming.
He's a denier.
That's not true. Yeah. I totally believe that it's a real thing, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think to some extent, I mean, we don't have to get too deep into this, but like a microcosm of what you just said as far as like the volcano spewing damage that is magnitudes above what humans have ever done to the Earth. It's like, it's kind of the same way when you hear all these rich fuckers with their jets and stuff like that telling people that work in factories, like, don't drive your car as much. Have you tried riding a bike to work? While they're flying all over the fucking world and doing all of this shit. And I mean, it's just the people that would have to be held accountable for that kind of stuff are never going to be. Yeah. It all just falls on the middle to lower class. Yeah. It's like, this is your fault. Yeah. And I'm not with it. I mean, I'm gonna keep driving my car. Thank you. That's because I mean I don't know of anything else that I'm doing wrong. I guess if cows are the problem or whatever, I guess they want you to stop eating meat and blah 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 blah. But I'm not doing that either. Fuck y'all. Yeah. I like my steak.
Boygas.
Yeah, I don't think I could. I say that, but giving up meat sounds like a major expensive ordeal, especially right now. Mm-hmm. Like I know people have tried plant-based meat, and I tried a few, and I was like, wow, that's actually kind of good. Sure. I mean, I could still tell that it wasn't real meat, and I would be willing to do that, but society and economics and all this stuff makes it so hard to eat healthy because it's so fucking expensive.
Right.
I mean, it's so easy to go to McDonald's and get on the dollar menu and get a double cheeseburger, but then if you want plant-based burger, it's like $15 fucking.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you get middle and lower class to adopt to something if you can't afford it? So that's
it's not sustainable for people that don't have quite a bit of capital behind them, it seems like. And I mean, I get it, like, as far as people talking about the factory farming and, you know, the torture of the animals that goes into a lot of the meat that is provided to us. Like, I get it. Like, I hate that shit too. I can't stand to think about chicken farms that I've seen and stuff like that. As, like, dude, every time I see one of those trucks on the road with, like, all the chickens that are just, like, packed into these cages, like, dude, that shit breaks my fucking heart, but I'm going to eat that chicken. I have to do it, lest their sacrifice be in vain. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. There's not a great answer for it. But I guess not to hard pivot here, but as a podcast that has talked about politics and conspiracies and stuff, I feel like we got to talk about this whole Charlie Kirk situation and the Jimmy Kimmel fallout following it. And I mean, I don't really know. I don't know what to say exactly, other than just like it's been so sad to see the reaction to everything from like what was clearly a very sad happening in the country. I mean, as far as just there's very little hope, I should say, as far as like the left and the right having any cohabitation going on at this point. And I mean, I like to think that it's worse online than what it seems like in real life.
Yeah,
you know,
as always.
Because I mean, like, I have plenty of friends on the right and left that are fine together. They're friendly. And I mean, it's not that big of a problem, but it just seems like after the whole Charlie Kirk thing, things really fucking ramped up. And I mean, I know people on my Facebook feed that until like 2 or 3 days ago were still posting memes that were just like dunking on it, and it's just like, what are y'all doing? Like, that this was the first time that I've ever seen someone be killed on camera, essentially, and then not everybody, but a significant portion of the population be like, yeah, and
that's not healthy.
Yeah, this is just some like weird gladiator shit, like, and I don't love that look for the country.
Yeah, I mean, there's a clear distinction in my mind. There's distinction of mourning the loss of the family, but not agreeing with like his beliefs and his cause.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that we disrespect people that have lost their lives.
Yeah.
You know, I think there's a sharp distinction there.
And I mean, I get that it's very charged because he was very forward facing with his beliefs and was, you know, not combative necessarily, but I mean, he was a debate bro. Essentially, and he was going out to these campuses, and
I remember watching all of his videos.
Yeah, I mean, he made people look bad, and I think that's probably part of it. And I think this is a problem with the format of debating, and in that way, anyway. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, debate if you want to, but when you're just going to college campuses and getting people that are clearly not that informed about their positions and stuff like that to debate you, it's just you're making this nasty soup that's just boiling up, and I mean, I don't know, it's scary to see the reaction to it, and it's even scarier that some kid, you know, which I mean, this is a little up in the air, I think, not to be too conspiratorial about it.
Oh,
but
I got something.
Yeah, it's a little up in the air as to how it all went down in the first place. The guy himself, came from like a super right wing family, but
he was
seemed
dating
like
a transgender.
Right, seemed probably like he was maybe the outcast of his family to some extent. And I mean, his own dad turned him in after, you know, the pictures started coming out that they did have, and I don't know.
Did you see this came out either today or yesterday? A video of a guy showing slow motion, not from the crowd camera, but from the side.
Yeah.
And there's a guy with a white T-shirt, and they play it frame by frame, and he literally does this.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like he was holding a gun. It looks like he was like just doing that.
Right.
And it could have been him just like popping his knuckle. I mean, I don't want to like assume anything,
Yeah.
but literally within a millisecond, the next frame,
Right.
it hit him in the neck.
Yeah.
Like it was unreal.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of weird shit with this whole situation. I mean, I saw that video and yeah, I felt the same way, but like you said, it doesn't really look like he's holding anything, and I'm willing to just count that off as just a fucking
major coincidence.
Major, yeah, and it is a major coincidence.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. There's so many weird things as far as like the first thing that really popped out to a lot of people was the fact that he somehow fit this, it was a 30-06 hunting rifle into a backpack and supposedly had broken it down on the roof before he ran off and jumped, I think, 17 feet off of the building. And, I mean, it just... And then they find the rifle reassembled in the woods later that evening. And it's just like, so he breaks down the gun, puts it in his backpack, jumps off the roof, escapes, reassembles the rifle, leaves it in the woods, and then, makes his getaway. Is found, is on camera at like a Dairy Queen a few hours later. And
getting ice cream.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know, man. And then you have the guy that was in the crowd that... This old dude was like, I did it. And then he's initially arrested, and people think that they have the guy who did it, but that he didn't. He didn't have a weapon on him. He couldn't have done it. It was pretty clear that he had at least nothing to do with the action of the shooting. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's just... Was that just a decoy? Like, was this set up with multiple people? What is the deal? And then
you got this other guy too that's doing like baseball calls over here, just like
yeah, the guy on stage. And I mean, the dude in the crowd, the decoy guy, the older gentleman, he gets arrested for child porn charges like the next day, and that essentially puts him away, so nobody can interview him, nobody can talk to him to figure out what the fuck he was doing there, why he did what he did. And it's just like...
When things like this happen, it's never cut and dry, ever.
No, and I mean, I don't want to do a whole lot of finger pointing or anything like that. And I mean, I understand it's sensitive for a lot of people right now to probably even hear us talk about it this much, just with how emotionally charged everything was immediately after it. But... yeah, it's wild. I mean, like you said, you got the guy doing all those weird hand signals on stage right before it happens, and I mean, I don't know what any of that means. Maybe they're communicating something to like a camera guy that's shooting from the crowd or something, shooting film from the crowd.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, I don't know. I'm not gonna pin that on the guys on stage because I'm sure that they were part of his people, I would assume. Like, if they're on stage working security or whatever, I mean, I'm sure that they knew each other, and I don't want to say that they had anything to do with the death of their friend that they saw fucking feet away from them. I mean,
yeah.
But, I don't know, I know Candace Owens, who's a controversial figure to say the least on the right, she's been all over it with her podcast and YouTube channel and stuff, and she's been kind of going after the conspiratorial angle of it. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, she was friends with Charlie Kirk. They were pretty close from what I understand. So, I mean, I feel a little bit better hearing what she has to say about it because maybe she knows a little bit more about what was going on. But, I mean, it just seems real weird.
Well, you know,
real weird.
I mean, to get in front of so many kids and go to college, and those crowds that big, you have got to be a little bit nervous about doing that. I mean, kudos to him to have the balls to go and debate everybody, and he probably felt like he was on top of the world, and he could go and just debate with anybody. It was like a brick wall with this guy, and I get that, but there's somewhere in his somewhere in his subconscious, he had got to been aware that unless he has ironclad, I mean, even people get a shot off it like Trump, but and even if he had like the social service protecting him,
the Secret Service,
the Secret Service protecting him, that I mean, he's got to be aware that like something like that.
Well, I mean, like you said, look at what happened to Trump. I mean, he had all the Secret Service in the world to protect him, and
Yeah.
That didn't help that situation. I mean, it's only a matter of an inch that Trump survived that whole ordeal, and that was with what's supposed to be the best and brightest keeping everything on lock around that site. So, I mean...
Yeah. I mean, I remember this guy very vividly, watching early on, like during the race, the election race.
Yeah.
They had these very clickbaity titles that were like, conservative takes on 30 extreme left-wing college kids, and he just sits there and everybody gets in a circle and they go in and have their time, and he does this thing, and then somebody else jumps in, and I mean, it's just like this round robin of just people coming in and trying to crack him, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you're obviously making a lot of people mad that way. So like you were saying, I mean, he had to have been aware that there was some threat whenever he's going, especially in an outdoor scenario like this. I mean, it's wild to do that for a living, where you're essentially... Like, I mean, for better or worse, your job every day is pissing people off. And, I mean, like, that's my problem with this whole debate format that a lot of these newer guys are trying to do, is just, like, how many debates have you seen that convinced one side or the
None.
other?
It just makes people mad.
Right, yeah, it just pisses people off. And, I mean, I don't know that it's an effective way to communicate your points. And... especially with the way that the internet is, where you're putting all of this shit up online for content, and then people will take everything that you say, chop it up to make you sound even worse than you already were.
It just amplifies it.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a debate without a moderator or a clear set rebuttal.
Yeah, and even moderation. You can see the Trump debates. They're like,
well, I mean,
clusterfucks.
if you always get the last word, you look like you won.
Yeah,
is the thing.
No, I mean, that's true.
And to be completely honest, I saw a video maybe a day or so ago, and I'm fully aware of his beliefs and his strong religious stance and blah 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 and this that, but I actually saw him where he was like didn't know what to say, and it doesn't happen much. But I don't even know if this is even relevant to what we're talking about, but I thought it was pretty interesting because this younger college kid came on. He was very smart, very versed in Christianity, and Charlie basically says, he basically says, yeah, we're getting a storm right now, heavy rain and winds. But anyways, he basically said that that it is a sin to be homosexual, and he's completely against it. Right. And he said, he referenced like in the Old Testament and the New Testament and blah blah blah, this that, and then the guy's like, oh, okay, fair enough, I understand, I know where you're getting these, but do you also know that if a woman is menstruating, she can't ride a camel, and if you wear two different kinds of threads, that you should be murdered or hung by your family members, or I mean, these all aren't completely accurate, but you get where I'm going. Like, there's lots of things that were said, like two men shouldn't be together, or blah blah blah, or two women. But if you look at take everything at face value, if you're going to take that as face value, you should take the don't ride the camel if you're on your period at face value. So it's like,
I'm going to check if my windows are up.
Go for it.
Okay. Yeah, that's
So, and at that point, he was like, okay, yeah, fair enough. He didn't say anything after that. It was like the one occasional times where like he was kind of stumped.
Right. I mean, I'm not anti-Christian by any extent, but that is a problem, I think, with a lot of people's dogma surrounding religion is, kind of picking and choosing what you want to enforce as far as people's lifestyles and stuff like that. And I mean, I feel like, I don't know how or why it happened, but whenever people, whether it's gay people or the trans community or anything like that, these were all movements of people that were kind of co-opted by the left. And I mean, I feel like the hatred towards those people is more politically driven than it is religiously, whether they want to admit it or not. And I mean, I don't know. I hate when people want to hide behind their religions just to kind of protect their hatred of other people. And
Well, I would like to just I'm confidently can go on the record and say that, like, I firmly believe that people don't feel so strongly about it because it's in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
They feel so strongly about it because it makes them uncomfortable.
yeah,
And I think that's the real problem. And that could trigger a bunch of people, and that's fine. I'll whatever.
Come at us, bro.
Yeah, I don't care. I'll
Debate me,
openly go
bro.
out and say that I don't think it's so much that, it's because it's the Word of God. I think when they deep down think about it, they're against it because they feel extremely uncomfortable with the thought of two men or two women together.
yeah. I guess I still don't even know why. Like, if you don't want to be gay, just don't be gay. Like,
Yeah.
it's pretty
Let
simple.
Other people live their lives. Yeah,
Right,
leave
like,
them the fuck
I don't
alone.
want them to hit on me. It's like, girls don't hit on you, dude.
Nobody, nobody wants you, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's absolute madness. And I mean, to kind of bring us back on track here a little bit, moving out of the Charlie Kirk situation, you have this whole thing with Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
He's back, apparently.
Yeah, he's back.
Yeah, I saw that he was back. I saw his, I guess it's airing tonight, but they already released the monologue for the episode, or at least parts of it. And he's immediately just making me so fucking mad again. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't think he should have been taken off the air for his comments that he made about it, because he didn't even disrespect Charlie Kirk in his previous comments that got him taken off the air. He made a joke about Trump, is what it was. And it was pretty funny. It made me laugh. And I don't understand what happened exactly, because you have this whole situation with, I believe Nexstar is the overarching company of of ABC, and apparently they have some type of merger or something along those lines that they're trying to have approved from the FCC coming up, and it seems like the head of the FCC was on somebody's podcast and made some kind of comment essentially saying, like, well, we can do this the easy way or the hard way if they don't want to get rid of Jimmy Kimmel for what he said and blah, blah,
Very
blah, blah, blah.
mafia-esque.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I don't know that there was any official communication. It doesn't seem that way. I mean, especially now that he's back on the air. I mean, I don't know what to think about it, being that he came back so easily. So, I mean, like, he just has to apologize for something, like, there was no transgression. So I don't know what they even expect him to do. I mean, is the problem just that he was political at all surrounding the situation? Because that's kind of what he does. I mean, and that's one of the reasons I don't really give a shit about Jimmy Kimmel is, like, I think he is kind of a clown, but that's neither here nor there. He has the right to be a clown just like anybody else. I mean, I get on here and say all kinds of crazy shit all the time that probably isn't correct, and I'm allowed to do that. And just like he should be allowed to do that. And as long as he has the ratings to justify his position in the company, then keep him on. Like, it's as simple as that. Either he's good enough to make you money or he's not. And I mean, I would totally be willing to believe that he's not making them a lot of money, because late night television is kind of a dying breed, it seems like. I mean, I don't know who's watching that anymore, like, when it airs. I see clips online.
I do watch The Daily Show.
Yeah, I mean,
I like Jon Stewart.
Well, Jon Stewart's a different animal.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, he leaned in full circle on the whole thing.
I meant to check out that episode because I saw that Jon Stewart's only doing it once a week now, and he scooted his day up in the week just because he wanted to respond to it, and I was excited to watch that, but then I forgot about it. I didn't see what he had to say on it.
What's very interesting, and I think they're probably both of them are like, damn it, why did you take my idea? But they both did the same thing. Jimmy Fallon and Jon Stewart both had the same monologue of like, yes, master. Yeah. Like, like the Fallon one was like, he was talking, but something was being censored, overdubbed to talk about how great Donald Trump is.
Yeah, I saw the Jimmy Fallon one.
Yeah, and Jon Stewart basically did the exact same thing, just a different format, which I thought was super interesting that they both picked the same thing. But
yeah, I mean, I feel like it's kind of low-hanging fruit at this point, but I mean, the point
they're probably
stands.
afraid.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't know. I don't think either one of them have any reason to be afraid. Because, I mean, look, dude, like, even if Jimmy Kimmel would have got booted off of the fucking air on ABC, he would have gone on to make the most annoying fucking podcast you've ever heard of in the world, and he would have been wildly successful at it and been just fine. Like, these aren't people whose livelihoods are in danger.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
you got it. Them losing their job is not the same as you or I losing our job.
Right.
And I mean, I'm not gonna act like this is some life-threatening thing for them.
No.
It's not that serious.
I think the most concerning part of it, and everybody called that out, is just like, I mean, it's a clear violation of freedom of speech. I mean,
Right,
yeah.
absolutely. I mean, and just with how light the comments were to begin with, I mean, like,
You're not stroking Donald Trump's ego. He's not
Right.
going to like that.
right, but I mean, that's why it's just so confusing, because they never have. They've never been respectful towards the president, but it's just like they found this one opportunity to kind of grandstand and make it seem like he's being disrespectful to this huge event in our nation's history. And that's what I think the Charlie Kirk assassination will end up being. Is, I mean, I hope it's not some kind of breaking point for the country. It kind of seems like things are chilling out now. I mean, it's hard to say. I know these
I
kind
felt
of
charged about it. Like, I had
Yeah.
an opinion. I mean, I'm not going to just go guns blazing about
Right.
how I feel about it. But when I heard about it, I felt really charged about feeling a certain way about it. And I think everybody did, either one way or
Right.
the other.
Well, that was just such a weird one, man. And maybe it's just because since the internet became such a big part of everyone's lives, I don't know that a public figure has been taken out that way. And the most troubling thing about this whole thing is just how quickly that video got around, and like whether you wanted to see it or not, it was on everybody's feed that day.
Yeah.
And like there were different videos, some were worse than others. And I mean, unfortunately I'm on Twitter, so I saw the bad one, and like, dude, that's
Yeah, I saw the full on.
just for that to be in everybody's face is, I don't know. I mean, I think everybody should feel a little bit more charged about it than typical news that kind of makes you feel strongly one way or the other. I mean, I think everybody has to recognize, like, you know, he was a father. I mean, he had 2 kids and a wife that were, from what I heard, they were all there when it happened. And I mean, like, if you just think about that, like, you gotta fucking feel bad about it. Like, I mean, that it's not okay just to take a guy out because he's arguing with people on your side politically. I mean, it makes no sense in the world.
Yeah, and I hate to keep, like, throwing shade at Donald Trump, but even at his, like, vigil type thing, he's on there just being very polarizing.
Yeah.
A bunch of political figures in there, and it was basically like this huge Christian rally.
Right.
And I'm just thinking, like, separation of church and state, separation of church and state. I was like, why?
Yeah.
Why? It's just like, I get he's a political figure and he brings in Christianity, and it's like hand in hand.
Yeah.
But like, I hate it when it constantly gets thrown down your throat.
Yeah.
To like that Christianity and politics go hand in hand, and they just don't, in my opinion. So.
Well, I mean, and it's not only that. Like, it's one thing to have them so closely connected on a day-to-day basis, it seems like, between, you know, the GOP and the Christian conservative evangelical crowd and stuff. I mean, they're obviously all hand in hand. And I mean, it's another thing entirely to know that it's, in my mind anyway, that it's just a facade that gets put up because they want to seem like the righteous ones. And I mean, just like we were talking about earlier with hiding behind your Christianity to hate gay people, it's, you know, hiding behind Christianity to assume this position of righteousness in government. And, you know, obviously we're the good guys because we believe in Jesus.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't understand how so many people have bought into that for so long, especially with Trump, because I mean, he was he has never been a figure of morality for
Yeah.
the country.
No.
I mean, even before he got into politics, and it only got worse when he did get into politics. And I mean, I just don't know how he got so intertwined with those, the religious right. Like, how did they let him in to their circles like that so easily when he is pretty clearly, to some degree, and it varies widely, but he is to some degree a piece of shit, like,
Yeah.
as a person.
I really, really thought all week long whether I was going to mention this at all or even bring it up, just because of, like, being in Alexander County and bringing this up. If somebody from Alexander County reads this or listens to this, they're probably going to hate me, but I'm going to bring it up anyways. There was this thing in Town Square that they were going to hold. It was, I don't know if you saw it, for like Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, the candlelight vigil.
Yeah, the candlelight vigil. And I'm like, okay, fine. That's fine. But like, it's sort of almost baffling to me that I never heard this man's, I knew who he was, but I've never heard anyone utter his name in this county, any Republican talking about how much they enjoy him and like him and blah, 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 and this and that. And then all of a sudden they're holding a candlelight vigil in downtown Taylorsville about it.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking the whole time, what about all these fucking kids that are getting killed? Mm-hmm. Did you hold a vigil then?
Right.
It's just like, I mean, if you're going to care about this man, care about the kids too. I mean, fuck. It's just like, it just blows me away.
I mean, like I said, I think stuff like this happens just because it was so in everyone's face as far as what happened in the event. I mean, we're already kind of in this culture war of sorts between the left and the right, which, I mean, I think it's engineered to be that way personally, but regardless of that, it is what it is. And I mean, people want to stand strongly on their side of the fence and throw rocks at the other side.
Sure.
And I mean,
yeah, I get it.
Not to say that people shouldn't have had the candlelight vigil. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not saying that either, but
I'm with you. I think that there is a solid percentage of those people who, before he was killed, maybe had heard his name in passing or seen a clip or something like that online, but it's not like all of these people were watching his show every day or like was really that involved with that community. I mean, it's just a different kind of grandstanding. It's just, look at me, this is what I care about, this is what I believe in, and that's fine. I'm not judging anybody for, putting that kind of a event together. I mean, I get it. It's a big moment and everybody's going to deal with it in different ways, but it's just, I don't know. I would like to think that it was more genuine than I believe it is. I guess is my point.
I straight up didn't know who he was until I saw like all of this come out, and then I was like, oh yeah, that's the guy that I've seen the meme of where his face is really small on his head. I was like, I've seen him before.
Yeah, and I mean, to be fair, I mean, I remember thinking about this a month or two ago because South Park made fun of him in an episode not too long ago, and I thought that was crazy. I was like, wow, he is a lot bigger than I thought he was, because, I mean, he's on South Park now, and, I mean, maybe that says something. Maybe he was more popular than I'm giving him credit for, just being that that's the case, but, I mean, it all feels a little shady to me how everybody's reacting, but, I mean, you can say what you want to about the people holding the candlelight vigils. I mean, I have a lot more that I would say to people that are online celebrating that it happened and shit like that, and just will not fucking let it go. Like, it doesn't. And another thing is, there's a guy that I follow on Facebook that I wouldn't say I'm friends with him, but I know him, and it's just, I've seen him post so much shit that was like, oh, well, this guy believes this, and this, so, like, fuck him. Pretty much. But if you really break down all of the this, and this, like, this is just clips that were glued together from somebody online just to make him sound bad. And, I mean, I don't know. I think Charlie Kirk was a super Christian. And I think he held most of the beliefs that people in this area hold generally. I mean, the majority of Alexander County and North Carolina, for that matter, is of the same mindset that he was. And I mean, I don't think that he thought anything more extreme than what you find walking down the street around here. And I mean, just to be so fucking mad about the situation, or happy, whatever. I mean, it's just wild. And I don't know. I think also a lot of people take things that he says in debates and then runs with it, like, oh, he believes this is who he is. But like what a lot of these debate bros do is they'll kind of fortify themselves behind positions that they may or may not believe in, just for the sake of their content and the argument itself. So like that's why I don't really tune into a lot of the debate stuff, because I don't know what these people actually believe half the time, or if they're just trying to win the debate. Like, do you believe this? Is this part of who you are, or are you just trying to get a point?
Right. Yeah, yeah. Deep down, like, someone could debate long enough to be like, you know what? You're right. I see that.
You're right.
Nobody ever fucking says that on camera. Yeah. But, like, if it's just somebody behind the scenes sitting together talking to somebody, like a neighbor, they're like, you listen to them.
Right. Like,
when you're debating online, it's a show. It's the Lakers versus the blah, blah, blah. You know,
shock value.
Yeah, it's not. It's exactly what you said. I mean, it's just people put on a facade. And I think at a core they believe things. But I think that, like you said, that they do extend a little bit further for the wow factor, for the to keep their ground. You know what I'm saying? To not, I think if someone, for whatever reason, and maybe this has always been the case, I don't know, but it's a sign of weakness if you change your mind and agree with what somebody says.
Yeah.
And I think the exact opposite. I think it makes you a much, much more stable, intelligent person to be able to change your mind and modify the way you look at things.
Right.
So,
well, I mean, it's just kind of something that we've said a lot of times, or at least something that I've brought up a lot on here, is just how mad I get at how certain people are about certain things that are going on in the world. And it's just like, there's so much that we don't understand or know. And I feel like if when we die, there's like a great library of knowledge that will be given access to, everybody's going to get into all of this information and then be like, oh shit, I live my life hating these people or these people for something that I didn't even understand to begin with. And like, oh, you've ruined relationships with your children, with your parents, whoever it is, over something that you find out that you didn't even understand to begin with. And like, it's just so fucking sad, man. Like, and like I said earlier, I think a lot of this is probably engineered to be this way. I don't think that the people that we need to be mad at are each other. I think the people that we need to be mad at are the people in charge. And I mean, and I think
they're the ones that drive the polarization.
Yeah, and I mean, you see it all over media. You see it all over anything political anymore. Is just like everything is so geared to make people hate each other. And I mean, to some degree, I could assume that that's just because that's what gets clicks, that's what gets attention, and what people ultimately care about in media is making money off of these clicks. So what do they care? If they're making money, they don't give a shit if people are warring with each other because of the things that they're spewing. And I mean, I don't know if it's a money-making scheme or something more nefarious like a lot of conspiracy heads kind of want you to believe, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to make of all this. I just hope everybody kind of chills the fuck out, and we just got to figure out a way to move forward without fighting in the streets over shit. And I mean, I'm worried that it's going that direction right now.
I bring this up constantly. Those that watch this frequently, I'm sorry, but I always bring up that technology is always our undoing and always amplifies everything, right. Whether it be social media or like, say if you look back in the 60s, you're thinking, man, it wasn't so polarized back then. But then, you still had assassinations. You still had the arts and community and that would try to bring peace. That still exists today. Like, there's music about coming together. Like, even the Beatles, like or whoever, come together, whatever. But I mean, you get
Right
my
now.
point. Yeah. So
Over
like
me.
you have like the arts people bringing people together, and I still think that everything is moderately just as bad. It's probably a little worse now just because of who's the president now, and he is very polarizing.
Yeah.
But in general, I think that we've always been at its, and this sounds super cynical, pretty shitty people. But now we have a platform to be shittier.
Yeah.
Like social media, we don't have to look at you I don't have to look in the face. Like I was thinking it.
Right.
And a lot of people they were thinking they can say this way, but if I'm thinking it, I'm less likely going to say it here than here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and for those that are listening and not watching, I'm typing.
Right.
But, so like with just a full circle to pull it all together is like technology over and over and over again. Even like think about the police brutality stuff.
Yep.
That was worse then than it is now.
Yep.
But we think it's worse now because everybody walks around with a body cam.
Right.
Everybody has a camera. Everybody's a reporter. We catch
access.
everything. And then we just spew it everywhere for everybody to see, and it fires everybody up. And so, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm off my soapbox now.
Yeah, just one more thing I want to say about this, and then maybe we can end on a bit of a lighter note than what we've been on. The most angry that I think I've been through all this is seeing how people like Elon Musk and Laura Ingraham from Fox News and Andrew Tate, the fucking douchebag of the biggest douchebag in the world. Yeah, how these people have reacted to the situation. You have these people in prominent positions, whether it's in media or Elon Musk being a billionaire or whatever, but they're all saying civil war, like that we have to fight for this. They've really done it this time. We have to fight now, and blah 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 blah. And it's like, you rich motherfuckers are going to be. You're going to be the last people to have to deal with the fallout of any of this.
Yeah.
Like, this is not going to be your problem, and that's why you probably feel so comfortable inciting people to this violence, because you have the security, you have the big fucking gated driveways and shit that people can't get across. Like, you're going to be the last people to have anything to do with any sort of violence. So just shut the fuck up. Like, just zip it.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be, as it always is, it's going to be middle class, lower class people that have to deal with all of the bullshit. And I just don't want to hear that from these people. Like, I don't want to hear it one bit. And I encourage you, anyone watching this, like, when you see people, these rich motherfuckers trying to incite you to violence or anything like that, just fucking mute them, block them, get them out of your feed.
Yeah.
You don't need that shit in your life. You just be happy.
If we need to all just go back to the hippie days, like
Everybody do mushrooms. Everybody,
Yeah.
pronto.
And throw your phone into the river.
Right. Yeah. Probably do that one first, honestly. All right. Let's bring it back down a little bit here. There is a new YouTube channel that Kelso sent me a reel from this not too long ago, and I spent some time on it today seeing what it was all about. But there's a new YouTube channel of this guy in North Carolina who is, I guess, hunting down cryptids and various figures of the night.
Okay.
Not prostitutes, but like werewolves, dogmen,
Hey,
this type of thing.
prostitutes.
Figures of the night, it seems like a blurry line. But I guess if you would, Kels, let's pull up the reel that you sent me the other day, and we'll just give that a look real quick. This was in Pender County, I think, something like that. We got any?
Yeah, give me a second.
Okay. But, yeah, this was a 911 call that a guy made driving down the highway one night. And on the actual YouTube channel, there's a longer version of all this.
Pender County 911, what's the address of your emergency? I'm driving on 210. I just crossed the Black River, and I thought I saw a guy standing on the side of the road bleeding.
Okay, where are you at, sir?
I'm on 210. I just crossed the Black River. I'm heading towards 53 East. I just passed Patriots Watch.
Okay, so you're over near Morse Creek?
Yes.
Okay. And did you saw a man standing on the side of the road?
What the?
What was that, sir?
That's not human! That's not human!
Sir, are you okay, sir?
There's something in the back of my truck!
Okay, what's in the road?
No, it's not in the road. It's in my truck. In the bed.
There's something in the bed of your truck?
Dude.
Yes,
What?
ma'am, I just turned on my bed light for my truck, and there's something in my bed.
Okay, sir, when you say something, what do you mean?
I just knocked it off of the bed of my truck and went over my roof.
Okay, what was it?
According to the CAD notes and the deputy reports,
All right, we
this
can
thing
chop
jumped
it
into
there.
the back of his pickup.
But yeah, that's the 911 call, and he is contacted by this. I can't. What is the name of that YouTube channel, Kels? I sent you links earlier. It's
Did
like
you get
Carolina
cold
Case
chills,
Files.
Kelso?
Oh yeah, dude. Not on. Oh yeah, I got cold chills.
I think it's
I'm still sketched out to walk to my truck in the morning when it's dark. after
That's
that video,
not human!
I'm just like, oh
Yeah, that's a rough one, honestly. Like just to hear back, because I mean, who really ever knows how legitimate anything like this is? But I mean, he sounds like he's legitimately scared of something, and I mean,
Need a sketch artist.
yeah. On the YouTube channel, Carolina Case Files, I believe is what it is, and he interviews the guy.
That's what it is.
He has the interview with the sheriff of the area. That's the bald gentleman that we saw on the reel there a second ago, and he goes on to interview the guy, and the guy, I think it's worth noting, he is unidentified in the interview video. Like, he doesn't want his name out there. He doesn't want his face out there, which to me kind of gives a little bit more credibility to it, because if you've just been through something like this and you're just a normal guy, like, maybe you don't want to be blown up and you don't want fucking the History Channel coming to your house with their fucking interviewers and
That
shit.
does
Like,
add a little bit of authenticity.
Yeah. And I mean, it makes a lot more sense to be open to an interview with like a relatively new YouTube channel than having the press and publicity of all these fucking, ghost hunter types and stuff like that. But in the interview, he goes on to say that I guess this is right near some kind of historic battleground from the Civil War with a bunch of history, which who knows? Maybe it's worth noting, maybe not. I don't know. Weird shit tends to happen around those types of places if any of this is to be believed. But, yeah, he goes on in the interview to say that the guy standing on the side of the road that he sees is bloody. He's covered in blood and wearing a uniform that looks to be of Civil War era, is what he says. And, I mean, once again, I don't know. But he sees that, is driving down the road, and then this... Kels, actually, if you could pull up that video on the far left there, if you hover over it, will it just highlight the thumbnail there? Because that's the artist rendering of what he saw. Ah, shit.
I actually kind of want to hear it. I want to hear the thud again. You can skip through all the...
Yeah, you might see if it's... Oh, it has no fucking reference point down there. Yeah, I don't know. But what they end up drawing looks very alien almost, like almost kind of what you hear like the skinwalkers and shit like that looking like. And I mean, I don't know what to make of that kind of shit, but yeah. Not through headphones, no.
Really bothered me the first time that I heard it.
This dispatcher, though,
She's the worst person
unbearable.
To be
Yeah.
What?
what did you say was in the room?
What? It's not in the road. Yeah, it's I'd be so upset if that's who I was depending on to save my life.
Okay, where are you at, sir?
I'm on 210. I just crossed the Black River. I'm heading towards 53 East. I just passed Patriots Watch.
Okay, so you're
That
over
first
near Moore
comment.
Street.
I've heard more attentive pizza delivery service calls.
You saw a man standing on the side of the road? What was that, sir?
That's a human! That's a human!
Sir, are you okay, sir?
There's something in the back of my truck!
Okay, what's in the road?
Yeah, what's in the road?
There's something in the bed of your truck?
Like, yeah, bitch, that's what I said.
Okay, sir, when you say something, what do you mean?
I just knocked it off of the bed of my truck and went over my roof.
Okay, what was it?
So to hear him kind of go into more detail about all this is he's going down the highway. I think he says when this is all going on, he's going like 80 miles per hour, and that he slams on the brakes and goes down to about 30, 35, and that tosses the thing out of the bed of his truck over into the road in front of him, where he says it proceeds to stand up to be something that's around like 7 feet tall, and then he
Runs off. It runs off into the woods.
And I mean,
Okie dokie.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, fucking madness. The other video on this channel, one more point on this is that from this dispatch call, the police meet this dude at a gas station down the road, and then they get him to take them back to the scene where this all happened, and, they essentially find nothing from that point on. So that's kind of case closed on that guy. This other guy with the fucking helmet and whatnot, this is literally like 2 miles from where this happened. And his story...
2 miles from us?
No, 2 miles from...
from where that happened.
Yeah,
Okay.
2 miles from this other
I was
incident.
like, I am not leaving my house tonight.
Yeah, this is the same county, same area, same section of woods, I think, that this all came out of.
Do you have it where they can see that?
I do now, yeah.
Okay, cool.
And this was, I think I think this was in the middle of the night, and him and a buddy were going out. They seemed to be like these like prepper type of dudes that had this like military equipment and stuff. Not military equipment, but like they were
Surplus things.
Yeah, surplus shit. They had like night vision goggles that they wanted to go out and test out and stuff like that. And I mean, the guy seems kind of weird, but he doesn't seem to me like he's lying. I don't know. It's a little shaky. But his story is that him and his buddy are going into the woods, and that eventually they come across, like, they start hearing all these fucking twigs breaking and shit, and then they stop and they turn on their night vision, or they have it on already, and that they have a rifle with them, and that it's got an illuminator on the end, which triggers, like, night vision. It's like a flashlight for night vision, from what I understand with my small pea brain. But they, like, survey the area going from left to right, and then, like, he stops, and there's, like, just these feet, and they look like fucking upright dog feet, essentially. And that there's this, like, once again, I think they say, like, a 7.5 foot dog man that's out in the woods.
That's
like,
terrifying.
Fucking ripped, like a... They reference that it looks like a fucking mix between, like, a gorilla and a dog, essentially.
A werewolf.
Right. And, I mean, I don't know what to make about that. That's pretty much the bulk of that story. Is they see the thing, they get the fuck out of there, they claim that it's chasing them, that they can hear it in the woods back behind them and shit like that. And that's basically the end of the story. One interesting thing is the interviewer for this channel, that they take the dude out to where it happened, and they noticed these like huge ass pine trees in the area that are just like in this one area, they're just like all bent over in like different directions and shit. And like
I've
looks,
seen that and talked about that. That is like a Bigfoot thing.
yeah. So I mean,
Yeah.
it could be something similar potentially if any of this is real. Like at least a Bigfoot adjacent creature to some extent.
Bigfoot's cousin.
Before we watch
Yeah.
this, there's a shirt that I really wanted to get. And it just said it has Bigfoot standing like this, and it just says realer than your bitch ass.
Yeah. I don't think there's much to be watched here. The South Carolina incident video is interesting, but I don't know if they're going to go into that further in another video. Yeah, it just kind of is what it is. It's like the first video that they posted, and they don't really talk about it in any of the long form videos. But I mean, it's interesting. I guess we can go ahead and just watch that real quick. Something's going on in this video. I don't know what it is, and they don't really talk much about it, but I'm hoping he gets around to explaining it further at some point.
Greenville, South Carolina, 2022. A man captures something in his backyard that defies all logic.
This is the second time I've come over here. And the first time when I got up under them trying to figure out what it was, they started breaking limbs off and throwing them at me.
He was drawn outside by the sound of loud cracking tree branches.
What in God's name is it? It's bigger than me, whatever it is. Because it's breaking limbs off that it would take me 2 minutes to solve.
When he hit record on his phone, what he caught on camera has yet to be explained.
Look, that's bigger than me. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that.
What?
What in Jesus' name is doing this?
In this upcoming episode, we analyze the footage frame by frame, searching for answers in the unexplainable. Like, subscribe, and stay
But
tuned.
spoiler
It's
alert.
like there's nothing there.
This is Carolina
Right.
Case Files.
Yeah, spoiler alert. They never do that frame by frame analysis of the video, as far as I can tell. So I don't know what to make about that. I mean, that could be just a bear in the trees, as far as what I'm seeing there.
I
mean,
didn't see one thing.
Yeah,
It's just
and
like
I mean,
a bunch of
I know-
rando branches.
Yeah, and I know it's kind of hard to tell when it gets dark with the projector screen that we have here, but like even when you see it clearly on a computer screen, like you really don't see much of anything. Like maybe you can kind of see something for a second, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to make about all this, but I guess all this to say, field trip. I think we got to get out in the field.
Yeah.
We gotta-
I'll
we gotta-
stay home for this one.
We got to investigate. No, we need you, Kels. Who's gonna
To
hold
have-
the laptop?
Have the laptop and camera. I hear the cameraman never dies, so
There you go. You're in great shape. But yeah, I just thought it was interesting to see something actually in North Carolina that
That's
is
wild.
turning some heads. And I mean, this guy's got quite a following kind of quickly, because I mean, his first video was like 2 months ago, and I think he has like 24,000 subscribers or something like that. So I mean, he fucking took off, it seems like. So good for him.
What's crazy is like you could see at one moment, one was breaking off, and then like 10 feet away, another one in
Yeah.
an instant
Right.
was break. It was like, it was more than one thing,
Yeah.
or something that has like a 50-foot arm span that can
Right.
do them almost simultaneously.
Yeah. But yeah, if you're watching this at home, go check out Carolina Case Files. It's on YouTube at Carolina Crime Files is what it says. I guess he's done a little rebranding since they started. I don't know.
That makes me sick, man. 4 videos, 21,000 subscribers.
With just a little bit of shitty production value, you can go a long way.
My God.
I'm happy for him though.
No, that's good.
Honestly, like if I don't know if it's possible or not, but like that's the type of people I would like to have on the podcast
Yeah.
here to like talk about like what got you into this kind of thing? What was the event that like made you start saying, is Bigfoot out there? What is the dog man?
Yeah,
what does
or-
it mean to you? Like,
And then have people come and talk about them, their real life experiences.
right. So, if you have stories, if you have a YouTube channel with 21,000 subscribers, hit us up. But all right. I think That's going to do it. Everybody, remain chill, and we'll see you next time.
Don't walk
Love
in
your
the woods
neighbor.
at night.
Love your neighbor.
Love thy neighbor. Love them hard. Love them good.
Okay, bye.
Hello. Earth. Have we met?